very good morning. It's just past 8 this Wednesday morning and we're back again with all the news on the Breakfast News. I am Nancy Kohli, and over the next 1 hour we'll get you all the news from across the nation and around the world as well. We'll also tell you why it's such a big win for India and a big success for the NIA as well up ahead, and all the election related news as well. Stay with us. Let's begin with the headlines. It's a big diplomatic win for India. The National Investigation Agency arrests the absconding Jaish-e-Mohammad terrorist Nisar Ahmed Tantray at the Delhi airport after being deported from the UAE. The Jaish-e-Mohammad terrorist Tantray is the key conspirator in the 2017 attack on the Pulwama-Ledpora CRPF camp. Electioneering picks up for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. Prime Minister Modi to kickstart his campaign in West Bengal, to also address rallies in Pasighat, Arunachal and Gondia in Maharashtra. Prime Minister Modi addresses 3 election rallies in Odisha and Bihar, accuses the opposition of acting like spokespersons of Pakistan, says terrorism, prices, violence and corruption spike when the Congress comes to power, and progress and credibility decline. Also targets the National Conference for Omar Abdullah's statement. The Bharati Janata Party releases the list of 3 candidates for Lok Sabha elections. The Congress releases a list of 20 candidates for the elections. Also releases a list of 9 candidates for Odisha Assembly elections. The BJD releases the list of 9 candidates, including 2 for the Lok Sabha elections and 7 for the Odisha Assembly elections. The Congress releases 2019 manifesto titled Hum Nibhayenge. Apart from the minimum income guarantee scheme Nyay that promises 72,000 rupees each year to 5 crore families, says it will bring a separate farmers' budget. The BJP takes on the Congress over its manifesto, charges it of attempting to balkanize the country by promising to repeal the sedition law, says the document has been prepared without giving a serious thought to issues such as the GST and other complexities related to the economy. Political fever grips poll-bound states. BJP National President Amit Shah to address election rallies in Sundarbani and Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir. Trinamool Congress Chief Mamata Banerjee will kick off her party's poll campaign at Dinhata in Cooch Behar. The BSP Chief Mayawati to address election rally in Amlapuram in Andhra Pradesh. And in international news, Algeria's veteran President Abdelaziz Bouteflika resigns after weeks of mass protests. The 82-year-old leader stood down shortly after the army chief demanded immediate action to remove him from the office. And in cricket, Rajasthan Royals beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 7 wickets to register their first win of the IPL. The Rajasthan Royals chased down victory target of 159 in 19.5 overs with the help of Jos Buttler's 59 runs. And our top story, the National Investigation Agency, the NIA, has arrested the absconding Jaish-e-Mohammad terrorist Nisar Ahmed Tantray as soon as he landed at the Delhi airport on Tuesday after being deported from the UAE. He was flown to the Delhi airport in a special flight. Nisar, a resident of Tral in Pulwama in Jammu and Kashmir, was involved in a Fidain attack on a CRPF group center at the Ledpora on the intervening night of 30th and 31st December in 2017. He had fled away to the UAE on the 1st of February this year after one of his associates was arrested by the NIA. Nisar was produced before the NIA court for police remand. And let's now go across to our correspondent Sudhakar Das joining us with more inputs on that. Sudhakar, good morning. In what is being seen as a big diplomatic win and also deepening of security cooperation with the West Asian countries, Sudhakar, this is really a big catch for the NIA, which has been investigating this case, which has been pursuing the matter, because Tantray, is believed to be the key conspirator really in the on the attack on the CRPF camp, and his brother Noor Tantray was also killed, and how that is also was a big catch really for the agencies involved?
जी बिल्कुल नैन्सी, काफी बड़ी सफलता है एनआईए के लिए, खासतौर से लेथपुरा मामले की जो साजिश की परतें हैं उसको उसका खुलासा करने के लिहाज से देखा जाए। लेकिन अगर डिप्लोमेटिक फ्रंट पर देखा जाए तो खासतौर से पिछले कुछ महीनों में जिस तरह से यूएई के साथ कोऑपरेशन बढ़ा है, हमको पता है कि क्रिश्चियन मिशेल जो अगस्ता वेस्टलैंड घपले का आरोपी है, दीपक तलवार, इसके अलावा इस्लामिक आईसिस से जुड़े सिंथेसाइजर्स हो या फिर अब्दुल वाहिद सिद्दीकी या और जो अन्य आतंकी हैं उनको उनका जो डिपोर्टेशन हुआ है यूएई से, उसके बाद वो यहाँ आया, तो उस कड़ी में ये एक नया नाम है। और जैश-ए-मोहम्मद के लिए खासतौर से जम्मू कश्मीर में ये एक बड़ा नाम था और ये पूरा कह सकते हैं एक तरह से लॉजिकल सपोर्ट जुटा रहा था, जैश के लिए रिक्रूट कर रहा था, उसको पकड़ा गया है। तो न सिर्फ लेथपुरा मामले का बल्कि कई अन्य मामलों का भी खुलासा हो सकेगा इसके पकड़े जाने से, तो एक बड़ी कामयाबी एनआईए के लिए भी है।
All right, Sudhakar Das, thanks very much for joining us for the moment and sharing all those inputs. So it's a big catch, a big success really for the NIA and the agencies involved as far as the counter-terror operations is concerned. And remember, the UAE has been extending exemplary cooperation in deporting fugitives, including terrorists, in the past few years. And this latest deportation of Nisar Ahmed Tantray is being seen as a big diplomatic win for India and also as another example of deepening security cooperation with the West Asian countries. We'll get you more inputs on that, but moving on now to some election-related news. And election fever across the country is touching new highs each day as the date for the first phase of polls is drawing closer. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will commence his campaign in West Bengal by addressing a rally in Siliguri. The Prime Minister will also address an election rally in Kolkata. Prime Minister Modi will also be addressing rallies in Arunachal Pradesh's Pasighat and Gondia in Maharashtra. And let's now go across to our correspondent Vishal Barristo. He's joining us from Pasighat in Arunachal Pradesh, and also joining us is the correspondent Abhishek Singh from Siliguri. Let me come to you first, Vishal. Good morning. Prime Minister Modi is going to be addressing a rally there in Pasighat in Arunachal, and you know, the political climate across the country has really been heating up as now few days are left for the first phase to begin. That's on the 11th of this month. What sort of a political developments you are seeing in the run-up to the elections, and the mood there across the state as far as the aspirations really of the people are concerned as well?
Well, a very good morning to you, Nancy. You're talking about the political climate. Let me tell you that the climate is not that good here in Pasighat. It has been raining for 2 days, and I would ask my cameraman to show you that despite bad weather, people have started thronging the ground from where Prime Minister would address the second rally in Arunachal Pradesh. This would be the second rally after Alo. He had addressed a rally in Alo on the 30th of March. You can see people already coming inside the ground, though it is quite wet and damp here. It is still drizzling, but people want to see the Prime Minister, and there is a lot of excitement, enthusiasm as far as the crowd is concerned, because they want to see the man who they have seen virtually on TV and in newspaper. Now, coming back to the elections, Arunachal has 2 Lok Sabha seats, Arunachal East and Arunachal West, and right now I am in Pasighat, which falls under Arunachal West. BJP has fielded its state president Tapir Gaon from this seat. Tapir Gaon had won 2004 Lok Sabha elections on BJP ticket. Now that was a very big achievement for the party way back in 2004. I'm talking about pre-Modi era. That time also Tapir Gaon had won. But Congress has not fielded its candidate that has won 2 consecutive Lok Sabha seats from 2009 and 2014, and it has changed its candidate who is contesting from Pasighat West Assembly election. And Iring is the man who is contesting who is contesting from here. So it's going to be an interesting match. And Iring, who has won the last 2 elections, 2009 and 2014, he is now with the assembly elections. Remember, Arunachal goes to polls on the 11th of this month. Both assembly and Lok Sabha seats would be decided, and Arunachal has 60 assembly seats, out of which BJP has already won 3 unopposed. So the elections are being held on 57 seats and 2 Lok Sabha. In the last rally of the Prime Minister in Alo, the Chief Minister said that BJP will win all 62. It has already won 3. 60 for the Assembly and 2 for the Lok Sabha. So that's the confidence of the party here in Arunachal Pradesh.
All right, we shall request you to please continue being with us. Let's also now go across to our correspondent Abhishek Singh, who's joining us from Siliguri. Abhishek, good morning. Take us through the political developments that you are witnessing around you across the state, Abhishek, and what really is the aspiring electorate telling you about how they are really looking at the political scenario right now?
बिल्कुल नैन्सी, देखिए प्रधानमंत्री जो है पश्चिम बंगाल में ये उनकी पहली चुनावी सभा है 2019 लोकसभा चुनाव को लेकर के, और बीजेपी जिस तरीके से 23 सीट का टारगेट लेके चल रही है पश्चिम बंगाल के अंदर, बीजेपी अध्यक्ष जो है अमित शाह, उन्होंने यहाँ पर 23 सीट का टारगेट दिया है। 42 सीट की है टोटल लोकसभा के यहाँ पर पश्चिम बंगाल में, जिसमें से फिलहाल 2014 में टीएमसी तृणमूल कांग्रेस ने जो है वो 34 सीट जीती थी और बीजेपी के खाते में 2 सीटें आई थी, आसनसोल और ये दार्जिलिंग सीट, जहाँ पर आज दार्जिलिंग सिलीगुड़ी जिस पे कि आज प्रधानमंत्री का रैली होना है। अगर पूरे इस क्षेत्र की बात करें तो ये बीजेपी के लिए एक ऐतिहासिक सीट रही है, क्योंकि पहली बार बीजेपी ने पश्चिम बंगाल में इसी सीट पर कमल खिलाया था 2009 में, जब बीजेपी के नेता जसवंत सिंह यहाँ पे 4,90,000 वोट से जीते थे, और उसके बाद दूसरी बार एसएस अहलुवालिया बीजेपी के कैंडिडेट वो यहाँ से जीते थे तकरीबन 4.5 लाख वोट से, और तीसरी बार बीजेपी का ये प्रयास है कि यहाँ से वो हैट्रिक लगाए, जीत की हैट्रिक लगाए, और इस बार जो है राजू सिंह बिष्ट को उन्होंने यहाँ से उम्मीदवार खड़ा किया है। 2 भागों में बटा हुआ है। अगर दार्जिलिंग की हम बात करें तो पहाड़ और मैदान, जो ये सिलीगुड़ी का इलाका है ये मैदानी इलाका है, और जो पहाड़ का इलाका है वो दार्जिलिंग कार्सियांग, ये दोनों इलाके हैं। दोनों ही जगह पे जो पॉपुलेशन की बात करें तो लगभग आधी पॉपुलेशन है। हालांकि पहाड़ पे जो गांव है उसमें लोग ज़्यादा रहते हैं, 35% लोग शहरों में हैं, 65% लोग जो है ऊपर रहते हैं। मुद्दे यहाँ पर जो है, मुद्दों की अगर हम बात करें जिनको कि आज वो प्रधानमंत्री एड्रेस कर सकते हैं, तो वो सबसे बड़ी चीज़ है कि पहाड़ के लोगों को जो समस्या है, जो बुनियादी सुविधाएं ये मैदानी इलाकों में नहीं है, पहाड़ी इलाकों में नहीं है, ये एक बड़ी समस्या को प्रधानमंत्री इसको कर सकते हैं कि कोई स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर वो ये कह सकते हैं कि स्टेट गवर्नमेंट इसमें फेलियर रही है। जो यहाँ के स्थानीय लोगों से जब हमने बातचीत की तो उनका यही कहना है कि यहाँ पर किसी भी तरीके का कोई औद्योगिक विकास नहीं हुआ, चाय बागान और पर्यटन, इसी पर जो विकास है आज तक केंद्रित रह गया, जिसके कारण कि यहाँ के लोग मजबूर हैं यहाँ से पलायन करने के लिए, वो देश के अन्य भागों में जा रहे हैं। और मोदी जी से लोगों को काफ़ी उम्मीद है कि मोदी जी को ऐसे करिश्माई नेता मानते हैं कि जो देश में के हर स्टेट जो है वहाँ पर विकास हो रहा है, लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल से अछूता रह गया, तो वो चाहते हैं कि यहाँ पे विकास के लिए मोदी जी का आना जरूरी है।
All right, Abhishek Singh, thanks very much for joining us for the moments. A lot of aspirations and expectations there of the people of the state there, and looking forward to Prime Minister Modi's rallies there in these states. So thanks very much, Abhishek and Vishal, both of you for joining us and sharing all these inputs. Thanks very much. Moving on now, Congress President Rahul Gandhi will visit Assam and Nagaland today to hold rallies. In Nagaland, Rahul Gandhi will campaign for the party candidate KL Chishi, contesting the lone parliamentary seat at Dimapur. After that, he will travel to Assam, where he will address 2 rallies in Golaghat and Lakhimpur. And West Bengal Chief Minister and Trinamool Congress President Mamata Banerjee will today launch her party's campaign for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections by addressing a public rally at Dinhata in Cooch Behar. West Bengal has a total of 42 Lok Sabha seats, the 3rd largest number after Uttar Pradesh's 80 and Maharashtra's 48. And BSP Supremo Mayawati will also be addressing a poll rally in Amalapuram in East Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh. In Andhra Pradesh, the BSP is contesting on 3 parliament and 21 assembly constituencies in alliance with the Jan Sena and the left. BJP National President Amit Shah will also address 2 rallies in Udhampur and Rajouri districts of Jammu and Kashmir. Amit Shah will be campaigning for the BJP candidates, sitting MP Jugal Kishore Sharma and Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, seeking re-election from Jammu Poonch and Udhampur Doda parliamentary constituencies. Prime Minister Narendra Modi carried forward his electoral foray in the east of the country with 2 rallies in Bihar and 1 in Odisha. He kept his guns trained on the opposition, targeting the rivals over a wide range of issues ranging from national security to corruption. The Prime Minister also challenged the Mahagathbandhan to respond to National Conference President Omar Abdullah's remarks related to Jammu and Kashmir's constitutional status. Here's the story.
Continuing his foray eastwards, Prime Minister addressed his first rally of the day at Kalahandi in Odisha. He slammed opposition parties for protecting the corrupt and vowed to end corruption. He asserted the mandate in 2019 will be for the Chowkidar and not for protectors of the corrupt. Prime Minister slammed the Naveen Patnaik government for not cooperating with the centre for the speedy development of the state.
कांग्रेस और बीजेडी पर गंभीर आरोप लगाना चाहता। इन जैसे दलों ने गरीब को गरीब रखने की साजिश रची है। एक ऐसी साजिश जिसका पाप ये दल कभी नहीं धो पाएंगे। गरीब को उन्होंने वोट बैंक समझा है, जो चुनाव दर चुनाव इनके साथ बहुत विश्वास से जुड़ा और उन्होंने हर चुनाव के बाद गरीब को धोखा दिया है।
Projecting the BJP as a pro-poor party, PM Modi said that his government is committed to the welfare of tribals of the region.
यहाँ राज्य में जो सरकार बैठी है वो हिलती ही नहीं है। भाइयों और बहनों, यहाँ की सरकार से सहयोग न मिलने के बावजूद मैंने बहुत ईमानदारी से आपके लिए मेहनत की है। केंद्र सरकार द्वारा चलाई जा रही योजनाओं का लाभ आदिवासी क्षेत्रों में अधिक से अधिक हो, इसका प्रयास इस चौकीदार ने किया है।
The Prime Minister's next stop was Jammu in Bihar, where he addressed his maiden rally in the state for the 2019 Lok Sabha polls. He hit out at National Conference leader Omar Abdullah for advocating restoration of the post of Prime Minister in Jammu and Kashmir, challenging those in the so-called Mahagathbandhan to break their silence on Abdullah's statement.
उमर अब्दुल्ला जी ने जम्मू कश्मीर के लिए अलग प्रधानमंत्री पद होना चाहिए, ऐसी मांग रखी। ये बात कांग्रेस को, आरजेडी को, इनके सभी महामिलावटी नेताओं को समझ नहीं आ रही है। मैंने कल से उनको चुनौती दी है कि ये सारे उनके साथी दल देश को विश्वास दें कि ये दो प्रधानमंत्री वाली मांग वे उससे सहमत नहीं है, लेकिन सबने चुप्पी साध ली।
The Prime Minister's last stop for the day was Gaya. He said the Congress and its allies always put governance in reverse gear when they come to power. In contrast, the Modi government leaves no stone unturned to ensure development.
विकास से जुड़े काम हो या देश की चुनौतियां, उसके लिए मजबूत सरकार की जरूरत है। आतंक से, गरीबी से, भेदभाव से, भ्रष्टाचार से एक मजबूत सरकार, नेक नियत वाली मजबूत सरकार ही निपट सकती है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's message was loud and clear. Choose wisely between the corrupt and the Chowkidar. With Anuj Yadav in Kalahandi, Rajesh Raj in Jammu and Salman Haider in Gaya, DD India.
BSP Supremo Mayawati yesterday addressed an election rally in Odisha in which she lambasted both the BJP and the Congress.
कांग्रेस पार्टी के केंद्र में व अधिकतर राज्यों में भी लंबे अरसे तक रहे शासनकाल में इनकी अधिकांश रही गलत नीतियों व गलत कार्य प्रणाली की वजह से ही फिर इस पार्टी को केंद्र व यहाँ आपके उड़ीसा प्रदेश सहित अन्य और राज्यों में भी सत्ता से अलग होना पड़ा है।
The Congress party has released its manifesto for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections on Tuesday. The manifesto, titled Hum Nibhayenge, focuses on helping farmers, plan on protecting the environment and passing women's reservation bill, among others. And reacting to the promises made in the Congress's manifesto, the senior BJP leader Arun Jaitley has said that the Congress manifesto undermines national security and has sham and bluff promises with little detailed understanding of the subjects involved. Here's more.
The top brass of the grand old party gathered at its headquarters in the national capital for unveiling of its 2019 manifesto, flanked by leaders such as former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh and UPA chairperson and his mother, Sonia Gandhi. Congress President Rahul Gandhi stressed the most on the party's minimum income guarantee scheme Nyay in the 55-page document titled Hum Nibhayenge, or We Will Fulfill.
गरीबी पर वार 72,000 और ये कांग्रेस पार्टी की पहली गारंटी है कि हिंदुस्तान के 20% सबसे गरीब परिवारों को हर महीने उनके बैंक अकाउंट में कांग्रेस पार्टी की सरकार डायरेक्ट पैसा डालेगी.
The Congress is banking hugely upon Nyay in the election as a key promise. The Congress's key 2019 promises, as it provides 6,000 rupees each month for the country's poorest 5 crore families. The party has promised a separate farmers' budget for improving their lot. The party has also promised to create 10 lakh Seva Mitra positions in every Gram Panchayat, an urban local body. It has also promised to reserve 33% of all posts and vacancies for women in the central government, apart from passing the Women's Reservation Bill. Increase in work days from 100 to 150 each year has also been promised under Manrega. A single moderate rate with simplified GST regime has been pledged. An investigation into the Rafale aircraft purchase has been promised. 6% of GDP spending on education with free education in public schools from classes 1 to 12 has been pledged. And a Right to Healthcare Act has also been promised.
Universities, colleges, IITs, IIM, हमारे जो बेहतर सबसे टॉप क्वालिटी के इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, हम उनको सब जगह सब लोगों के लिए एक्सेसिबल बनाना चाहते हैं.
The Congress has also promised an action plan on protecting the environment, saying it has spoken to experts and a cross-section of people in preparing its manifesto according to their aspirations.
I said this is not to be a manifesto made in closed rooms. तो जब हम इसके बारे में बोलते हैं, जब हम न्याय के बारे में बोलते हैं, जनता से एक रिस्पांस मिलता है. तो ये काफी अच्छी तरीके से हमारी मैनिफेस्टो कमेटी ने काम किया है.
But the BJP has put question marks on most of the Congress's promises.
मैनिफेस्टो में ये कहा गया कि जब वो वायदा करते हैं उसको निभाते हैं, लेकिन जानकारियों के अभाव में जो वायदे किए जाते हैं और ऐसे वायदे जो किए जाते हैं जिनको कभी लागू नहीं किया जा सकता, जो अपने आप में खतरनाक है, तब तो जनता उनको ये अवसर नहीं देगी. इस मैनिफेस्टो में ऐसे एजेंडाज हैं जो देश को तोड़ने का काम करते हैं, राष्ट्र की एकता के खिलाफ जाते हैं.
The BJP's criticism of the Congress's manifesto was particularly sharp on the issue of national security and promises of making changes in the sedition law and CRPC.
जिस प्रावधान को कभी पंडित नेहरू ने, इंदिरा जी ने या श्री राजीव गांधी ने छूने की प्रयास नहीं किया, डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह ने नहीं किया, जब से उनका आज का नेतृत्व जिहादी और माओवादियों के चंगुल में गया है, वो क्या क्या चीज कहते हैं कि इंडियन पीनल कोड से सेक्शन 124 कैपिटल ए सेडिशन हटा दिया जाएगा. देशद्रोह करना अब अपराध नहीं होगा. जो पार्टी इस तरह का घोषणा करती है वो इस देश के एक भी वोट की हकदार नहीं है.
Clearly, the Congress's promises to woo voters has triggered another round of sharp exchanges with the ruling BJP. But the biggest question for voters is, will promises be fulfilled if the Congress is returned to power? With Ashwini and Shailendra Mishra in Delhi, TD News.
And in more election-related news, the Congress last night released another list of 20 candidates for the Lok Sabha elections. The list includes 6 seats in Punjab, 4 in Gujarat, 3 in Jharkhand, 2 each in Odisha and Karnataka, and 1 each in Himachal Pradesh, Chandigarh and Dadar and Nagar Haveli. The Congress has fielded former Union Minister Subodh Kant Sahai from Ranchi, while former Railways Minister Pawan Kumar Bansal will contest from the Chandigarh Lok Sabha seat. Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh's wife and former Union Minister Praneet Kaur will contest from Patiala in the upcoming elections. The Congress also released a list of 9 candidates for Odisha Assembly elections. And the Bharati Janata Party on Tuesday released another list of 3 candidates for the Lok Sabha elections. The list includes the names of 2 candidates from Gujarat and 1 from Kerala. While Sharda Ben Patel has been fielded from Mehsana, Darshana Jardosh will contest from Surat in Gujarat. The BJP has fielded Suresh Gopi from Thrissur in Kerala. Till now, the BJP has fielded 6 women candidates for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections in Gujarat. The Biju Janata Dal also released a list of 9 candidates on Tuesday. The list includes 2 candidates for the Lok Sabha elections and 7 candidates for Odisha Assembly elections. Bharatuhari Mehtab is being fielded again from the Cuttack seat. The state will be voting simultaneously for 21 Lok Sabha and 147 Assembly seats. And in some more poll-related news now, 28 Lok Sabha seats are at stake in Karnataka when the JDS Congress government, when the farm loan waiver scheme was announced, the JDS Congress coalition government had announced that it will help around 20 lakh farmers. But the government had allotted around 9,400 crore rupees to over 16 lakh farmers who had been identified as the beneficiaries. But so far, only 800 farmers have benefited from the scheme, and many farmers are angry as they feel that the government has delayed the entire process. In Mandya, the farmers continue to suffer, some even taking the suicide route to end their misery.
Chinnanhalli is a small hamlet in Mandya. The village has over 300 farmers, and it seems that every house here is under the burden of loans. The streets of Chinnanhalli village are far from the din of electioneering. Madhu's farmer father, C. Rajendra, committed suicide 4 years ago as he couldn't repay his 12 lakh rupees loan. The village hasn't forgotten Rajendra's suffering, nor has it failed to note his family's ordeal of having to run from pillar to post, seeking fair compensation and interest reduction. When Kumaraswamy government came to power, it announced farm loan waiver up to 1 lakh rupees. Madhu hasn't seen a rupee of it yet.
Forget the compensation or benefits, we are served with notices from banks to pay the interest. Many of us have mortgaged our lands and this comes as a shock. The state government did nothing to support. At least they could give us a job.
Other farmers also cite similar experiences and speak with a bitter taste in the mouth when farm loan waivers are mentioned.
Who cared for farmers? They come and go. We are yet to see the benefits of loan waivers.
Ruling coalition leaders such as Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy's son Nikhil, who's also contesting from Mandya, is having a tough time explaining to farmers that his father cleared loans of 15 lakh farmers, but the Model Code of Conduct has put release of funds on hold. To make matters worse, farmers in Karnataka are also not getting the benefit of 6,000 rupees a year under the PM Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme, as the state government did not share its list of beneficiaries with the centre. The anger among the farming community is palpable.
The farmers are neglected. They have become lazy. Government is responsible for all these things. They don't give any facilities for the farmers. They are promising, they are not to keep up their promise.
Farmers want government to live up to their promises and do justice to those who've suffered at the hands of moneylenders.
The incidents of serial suicides by the farmers in Mandya district had hit the headlines few years ago. And this was a lesson to the farmers in Mandya that no matter what they do, their woes do not end. And the political promises by the leaders to waive loans and provide compensation still remains the same to many farmers in this district. With cameraman Partha and Jaikumar, Asha Khanam, DD News, Mandya.
In some other news now, India has expressed sorrow over the loss of life and property in the devastating thunderstorm in Nepal. The External Affairs Ministry in a statement said that India is deeply saddened to learn of the loss of life and the damage to property in the devastating thunderstorm that struck Bara and Prasar districts of Nepal. India and its people's thoughts and prayers are with all those who have lost their dear ones, sustained injuries or suffered damage to their property. The government of India is ready to provide relief assistance as may be required by Nepal. The Indian embassy in Kathmandu and the consulate in Barganj are in touch with the concerned authorities, quote unquote. And in more news now from around the world, Algeria's ailing leader Abdelaziz Bouteflika submitted his resignation with immediate effect after weeks of mass protests. The resignation came hours after the military demanded impeachment proceedings be launched against Bouteflika immediately, as it dismissed the announcement he would resign before his mandate expires. He's been in power for 20 long years and had already dropped plans to seek a fifth term as the opposition to his rule grew. The ailing leader suffered a stroke 6 years ago and has rarely appeared in public since then. And hundreds of Algerians took to the streets of the capital Algiers to celebrate the departure of the president after 20 years of power. People waved their country's flag, cheered and sang in the streets as cars packed streets, beeping horns. And in more international headlines now, the British opposition Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn agreed to discuss a joint Brexit policy with the British Prime Minister Theresa May to resolve the current impasse. Corbyn welcomed May's offer of Brexit talks but warned the reserved the right to try to bring the government down if it is incapable of getting a majority in Parliament. Speaking in an interview, Corbyn reiterated that his party aimed to keep a customs union with the European Union, access for Britain to its single market and protections for the workers.
We hold in reserve and our right to bring a motion of no confidence in the government if the government proves it's incapable of commanding a majority in the House of Commons. Time will tell on that. But our responsibility as the opposition is to make sure that we don't crash out, and is, I believe, to make sure that we have a government that does command a majority in the House and does indeed command support, majority support across the country. At the moment, we don't have that.
U.S. President Donald Trump has said that he is 100% prepared to close down the U.S.-Mexico border, warning the Congress and the Central American governments to take action to stem the flow of migrants into the country. The administration, however, softened its tone on the issue on Tuesday, saying Mexico was taking greater responsibility for dealing with the immigration flows. Earlier, Donald Trump threatened on Friday to close the border with Mexico this week unless Mexico took steps to help the U.S. with illegal immigration, a move which had threatened to overload the U.S. ports of entry in the region.
I'm ready to close it if I have to close it. Mexico, as you know, as of yesterday, has been starting to apprehend a lot of people at their southern border, coming in from Honduras and Guatemala and El Salvador, and they're really apprehending thousands of people. And it's the first time really in decades that this has taken place, and this should have taken place a long time ago. You know,
in Venezuela, the lawmakers loyal to President Nicolas Maduro stripped Juan Guaido of immunity, paving the way for the opposition leader's prosecution and potential arrest for supposedly violating the constitution when he declared himself the interim president. Tuesday night's vote was unanimous. The Constituent Assembly President and the Socialist Party boss, Diosdado Cabello, accused the opposition of naively inviting a foreign invasion and of inciting a civil war. Guaido has embarked on an international campaign to topple the president's socialist administration amid deepening social unrest in the country plagued by nearly a month of power outages. And with that, we are going in for a short break here, but after we come back, we'll get you all the news from the world of finance. Stay with us.
डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी और प्रसार भारती दूरदर्शन अब लाए हैं डीडी साइंस, 1 घंटा विज्ञान के नाम। हर रोज सोमवार से शनिवार शाम 5 से 6 बजे तक एक नए युग की शुरुआत। डीडी साइंस, हम देंगे हर सवाल का जवाब। जी हाँ, हर सवाल का जवाब अब आपकी स्क्रीन पर। डीडी साइंस, भारत सरकार का एक नायाब कदम।
Welcome back, and let's now go across to my colleague Arun for all the news from the world of finance in Finance World.
Thanks, Nancy, and let's straight away start Finance World with the top lines. Rupee makes a turnaround, jumps 40 paise to end at 68.74 against dollar. At the interbank foreign exchange, rupee opened lower at 69.32 against the dollar, but recovered the losses during the day and touched the day's high of 68.74. Stock market ends on a fantastic note. Sensex ends on a record note to end above 39,000 levels, up by 185 points. Nifty also surges by 44 points to end at 11,713. Shares of mid-cap and small-cap also witnessed rally. And with 15 more grounded aircraft, Jet Airways has less than 30 planes in operations now. Jet Airways, which has been struggling to continue its operations and also has not paid salaries to section of its staff. An International Monetary Fund Managing Director Christine Lagarde has said that global growth has lost momentum amid rising trade tensions and tighter financial conditions. But pauses in rate hikes will help boost activity in the second half of 2019. She said that the IMF does not anticipate a recession in the near term. Lagarde described the global economy as unsettled after 2 years of steady growth, with the outlook precarious and vulnerable to trade, Brexit and financial market shocks as well.
For this year, we expect not 75, but 70% of the global economy to experience a slowdown in growth. Exactly the opposite of what we had. But, just to be clear, we do not see a recession in the near term. In fact, we expect some pickup in growth in the second half of 2019 and into 2020. So you see now what I mean by unsettled. And indeed, the global economy is at a delicate moment. So as I have said, just like I have said, please fix the roof, nobody wins a trade war. That is why we need to work together to reduce trade barriers and modernize the global trade system so that we all win.
Well, so that's it in today's Finance World. For other news, back to you, Nancy.
Thanks, Arun, for all the news. Let's now move on to some sports news now. And talking about IPL, the Rajasthan Royals defeated the Royal Challengers Bangalore by 7 wickets to register their first win of this season's IPL on Tuesday. Virat Kohli-led Royal Challengers Bangalore has now lost all the 4 matches played so far and is placed at the bottom of the 8-team table. In badminton, shuttler Sameer Verma put up a daunting effort before going down in 3 games in a pulsating opening round clash against world number 2 Chinese Shi Yuqi in the Malaysia Open in Kuala Lumpur on Tuesday. Sameer, who had lost to Shi Yuqi in the semi-finals of the World Tour Finals in December last year, suffered a heartbreaking 20-22, 23-21, 12-21 loss in a 65-minute men's singles. And let's now move on to our next segment, the morning print, to get you a glimpse of what the national dailies are carrying this morning. We are beginning first with the news from the Pioneer. The army pays Pakistan back for ceasefire breach, raises 7 enemy posts. News that we also got you earlier in our bulletin. And yes, this is talking about in a strong retaliatory action on Monday, the Indian Army had destroyed over half a dozen posts of the Pakistan Army opposite the Poonch sector. And in fact, the Indian Army has destroyed 7 Pakistani military posts across the LOC in retaliation for the continued ceasefire violations by Pakistan troops for the 5th day there. And there have been several casualties among the Pakistani troops. And let's now move on to this news from the Asian Age. AFSPA lifted in parts of Arunachal after decades. Nearly 3 decades after the Armed Forces Special Powers Act was imposed in Arunachal Pradesh, it has now been partially removed from 3 of the state's 9 districts. A Union Home Ministry notification said that 4 police station areas in Arunachal, which were earlier declared as disturbed areas under the AFSPA, will no longer be under the purview of the special law. Moving on now to news from Hindustan Times. An explainer really on in the UK Parliament what's going to be the options. Theresa May seeks a delay for Brexit standoff. With just 10 days left to come out with a Brexit deal, the British Prime Minister Theresa May has said that Britain will seek another delay in the hopes of winning the Parliament's approval for the deal on the terms of its withdrawal from the European Union. And the reporter is also talking about the 4 other possibilities. What could really happen? Final push for a deal, or the soft Brexit, or one more referendum, or the cloud of a no deal. And also further talking about one more extension that could be a possibility. And towards the end, we're getting you this news from the Hindu. Enzyme to curb bacteria cell growth discovered. Scientists at the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology have discovered an enzyme which helps in breaking the cell walls of bacteria and hence offers potential for a new drug delivery route to arrest the antibacterial resistance to the existing antibiotic drugs. In fact, scientists all over the world are trying to understand this phenomena and working on how the E. coli bacteria in particular cells function, divide and grow to understand diseases like cholera, leprosy and tuberculosis for the past decade. Other bacteria too, the report adds, and very important information as far as the health is concerned, have the same enzyme working on the cell division as the cell wall is fundamental for bacterial growth and division. Therefore, by blocking the scissors enzyme from functioning, new ways to target microbes could be found, leading to a new wave of antibiotic drugs. With that, it's a wrap on the morning print for now. Let's move on now to history of the day and check the significance of this day in the past.
On this day in 1680, Chhatrapati Shivaji, Maratha king, passed away at Raigad fort in Maharashtra. He is known for his valor in challenging the mighty Mughals at the time of Aurangzeb. His major breakthrough came with the Battle of Pratapgarh against Afzal Khan, general of the Sultanate of Bijapur, which made him an overnight hero of the Marathas. In 1781, Swami Narayan, also known as Sahajanand Swami, a yogi whose life and teachings brought a revival of central Hindu practices of dharma, ahimsa and brahmacharya, was born in Uttar Pradesh's Chappaya. His followers believe him to be a manifestation of God. In 1903, Padma Vibhushan Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay, social reformer and freedom fighter, was born in Mangalore in Karnataka. She is remembered for her contribution in the Indian freedom struggle and is also known for being the driving force behind the renaissance of Indian handicrafts, handlooms and theatre and upliftment of Indian women. In 1904, Indian newspaper baron Ramnath Goenka was born in Darbhanga in Bihar. He launched the Indian Express and created the Indian Express Group with various English and regional language publications.
And time now for our health story of the day, and today we are focusing on arthritis, its diagnosis and treatment.
Arthritis is a problem that affects many people.
Musculoskeletal diseases can result in significant disability and increased mortality if they are not diagnosed and treated on time. There are many conditions included under that umbrella, like rheumatoid arthritis, SLE, scleroderma, diseases related to muscles, to ligaments and connective tissue diseases. If you have the disease related to the joint and other associated symptoms like dryness of eyes, mouth, rashes over the body, and there are many more symptoms which suggest occurrence of arthritis.
Lack of awareness about the symptoms of rheumatic and musculoskeletal diseases is responsible for delay in the diagnosis. If not treated early, daily activities are affected, reducing the quality of life and affecting physical abilities of the person. Early diagnosis is important to prevent further damage due to disease.
There are medicines available, the first line drugs, which we call them disease modifying anti-rheumatic drugs. If patients they don't respond to disease modifying anti-rheumatic drug, patients are given second line option, which are biological agents. If you develop the disease, don't hesitate to contact your doctor and don't self-medicate yourself, don't self-investigate yourself, and do physical activity regularly.
Consult the doctor or physiotherapist about the type of exercise most appropriate for your condition. Being physically active can have specific benefits for people with arthritis. Kiran Bhardwaj, DD News.
And in good news in the story now, the menace of narcotic use is very real for many youth in the country today. While it is known that using drugs is a sure path to destruction, few feel they can do much, if anything, to help those addicted to them. Here's a report by our colleague Tumul Kakkar, which shows that one individual can bring about a great change.
Meet Jeevan Singh Bisht, notice server in the IT office in Meerut, but more importantly, a fighter against drug use and trafficking. Bisht has dedicated his life to creating awareness against all kinds of intoxication.
मेरा नाम गोपाल वीर है और इन्होंने मुझे नई राह दिखाई। मैं काफ़ी लंबे समय से धूम्रपान कर रहा था और क्या कहा मैंने छोड़ दिया अब, और 57 साल की उम्र में आगे छोड़ा, मुझे बहुत राहत मिली।
Jeevan maintains a special register for the purpose.
जो व्यक्ति नशे का सेवन करते हैं और सबसे पहले मैं उसका नाम जानने की कोशिश करता हूं, उसके बाद उम्र, शैक्षिक योग्यता और कहां रहता है वो, निवास स्थान और व्यवसाय क्या करता है, उसके बाद क्या किस चीज़ का सेवन करता है, वह गुटखा, तम्बाकू, बीड़ी, सिगरेट, शराब का सेवन करता है, तो हम उसको उसी हिसाब से बताते हैं कि उसकी आदत कैसे बनती है, क्या नुकसान होता है। कुछ लोग तो ऐसे होते हैं एकदम छोड़ने की क्षमता पैदा कर लेते हैं, और नहीं करना है तो नहीं करना है, अपने अंदर से आत्मविश्वास को इतना मजबूत और कठोर बनाते हैं कि सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता है उनका कोई बाल बांका कर सके। और कुछ लोग धीरे धीरे नियंत्रण करके कम करके छोड़ते हैं, कुछ नहीं होगा।
While his efforts may seem minimal, Jeevan believes that it goes a long way. For every life he protects and pushes away from drugs is a major achievement. Tumul Kakkar's report for Good News India, DD News.
And let's now check out the weather report across the country for today. And with that, it's a wrap for us now to wind up the breakfast news, but we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. And before we go today, we're taking you to Nigeria, where an artist has converted the waste papers into beautiful flowers. Take a look at those visuals, and we wish you a great day ahead. Thanks for being with us.